Hello and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be rather unsurprisingly looking at the faction focus for the Disciples of Tzeentch. Now today I believe is the 3rd, I should know, yes it is the 3rd and this one was out on the 2nd, so this is a day late and it might be released on the 4th. So may you take that into account. So here we have a rather gimpy looking mouth face guy, quite muscly but for Tzeentch, Seeking ascension with your tzeench army, or just fancy a change. Nice, see what they did there. Curious about what the new battle tome holds. In today's faction focus, we're delving into the arcane secrets of the battle tome. Disciples, good golly gosh, of Tzeentch ahead of this forbidden tome are going to pre-order this weekend. Right. Before I begin, if you'd like to see more videos along these lines, please hit the subscribe button and destroy the bell button, so you never miss an upload. So rather a colourful looking army, to be honest. Pink horrors, blue horrors, brimstone horrors, that's all the horrors. And then we've got the Lord of, it is the Lord of Change, isn't it? Yeah. The bad guy. It's changed a lot since when I started in 3rd edition of 40k, but obviously you could use them on both. Who are the Disciples of Tzeentch? Tzeentch is a chaos god of change, undisputed master of magic, and schemer without compare. Tzeentch and his followers draw strength from ambition, alteration, and conflict. From his demonic legions to the cults in the heart of the cities of Sigmar, the tribes of marauding Zangor. Each of Tzeentch's followers seek knowledge and power, all the better to incinerate the mortal realms with coruscating flames of change. Versus Nurgle, so, keen enemies, as you do. On the tabletop, Disciples of Tzeentch have a vast suite of allegiance abilities that bring their fate-twisting, magic-wielding, chaos-spreading powers to life, starting with Destiny Dice. We've all had those moments, the charges where nothing but a 6 will do, those epic, desperate defences where 1 means certain death. Destiny Dice allows you to control fate itself. Tzeentch armies roll 9 dice at the beginning of the game, and they can use the results of these dice to replace the rolls in the heat of battle. With the Destiny Dice in hand, you'll have control over randomness itself, and give you a key tactical advantage. Interesting mechanic. So, the only downside is if anyone does any naughty weighted dice, as in cooking the dice, then they will definitely always get at least what they'll know what they're getting. However, it is cool in that it's random. 9, is that excessive? I don't know. I don't know what the real balance is. But I do like the look of the dice. They're pretty cool on their own. So, yeah. The Locus of Change is a streamlined ability that brings several Tzeentch loci under a single consistent banner. How it works is simple. Tzeentch demons wholly within 12 inches of a friendly Tzeentch demon hero are harder to hit in melee. It giving units that are traditionally most effective casting spells or bombarding enemies with warp flame some added and very welcome durability. Subtract 1 to hit rolls from attacks made with melee weapons that target friendly Tzeentch demon that are wholly within 12 inches of a demon hero. So it is good, because it means those 4s are going to be 5s and 3s are going to be 4s, and also etc, etc, etc. Hidden agendas. The following followers of Tzeentch are always pursuing strange and inscrutable plots of their own, represented in-game with a new agenda system. Every hero phase you can announce that you're attempting to complete one of the 5 agendas. If your Tzeentch units complete that agenda, you get a new ability as a reward. Mass Conjuration, for instance, good gosh, rewards you for casting spells by making it easier to cast more. Tzeentch is, after all, the god of magic. Agenda. Pick 1 friendly Tzeentch wizard. If that wizard successfully casts 2 spells or endless spells in the hero phase with an unmodified casting roll of 9+, then neither spell or endless spell is unbound and the agenda is completed. Add 1 to the casting rolls so Tzeentch wizard completed this agenda. So not excessively OP. It does add one to the casting roll, so it's relatively balanced. I don't think it's as amazing as they're making out, but it is good. And you could stack them with other things though, so that's why it only adds one, I suppose. I could be incredibly wrong, and you might say this is entirely broken. So tell me, because I'd like to know. Plus it'll help people underneath in the comments. Tzeentch is empowered by magic, just as Khorne cares not from whence the blood flows. Tzeentch isn't particularly picky about who's slinging spells. When you're playing Tzeentch, every time a spell is cast and not unbound, including those used by your enemies, you get a fate point. These can be spent immediately on demonic reinforcements or accumulated over time to summon something bigger. Well, okay, so there's obviously a bigger list that they're not telling us, because 3 flames of Tzeentch. Basically, you can summon all the demons. So what this is doing currently is making it easier to sell demons of Tzeentch. Maybe they've had a reduction in sales on them or something, but Games Workshop is obviously playing the rules into the game explicitly here, so you can buy more things. Now, I presume that this will be like the normal rule where you'd have had to pay for them. If not, then that could be fun. But if you get 1 point for every magic spell, you're probably not going to get to 30 very quick, unless you are like spamming spells and they're spamming spells as well. There's a possibility, it's just unlikely, I think. I could be wrong again. Tell me down below. There's more. Tzeentch armies can now be customized to serve a variety of change covenants, representing the myriad demonic hosts and hidden cults that worship the Changer of Ways. Each change coven rewards you for choosing a thematic army with powerful and distinct new abilities. Want to blow stuff up? The Eternal Conflagration is for you. In this change coven, Flames of Tzeentch are battle line, meaning if you like, you can have an army made almost exclusively of fire-spewing monstrosities. What's more, they'll be capable of chewing through even the heaviest of armours, thanks to the Twisters of Materiality ability. Improve the rend characteristic of friendly Eternal Conflagration units with Warp Flame, Billowing Warp Flame, and Magical Flames missile weapons by 1. Not too shabby, not awesome, well, it is good, but it's not excessive, so it does make your battle line a lot more thingy, so your basic dudes get better, principally, as we should see. The Guild of Summoners are one of the most unusual sub-factions in the book. These crazed cultists can't actually summon anything other than Lords of Change, but their first costs a mere 9 fate points. In practice, that means you only need to cast 9 spells to be able to cast. Anywhere on the table, you get a massive boost in battle. It's an incredible counter to magic heavy forces. So they are saying that as in meaning that if you're going against someone who's casting a lot of spells, and you know they're going to be doing at least 9 within like the first couple of rounds, you can get a free Lord of Change in addition to what you're doing. Guild of Summoners. If your army is the Guild of Summoners keyword, your fate points can only be used to summon a Lord of Change. Instead of fate point cost of 30, the Guild Summoners Lord of Change costs 9 points fate to summon the first time, 18 points the second time, and 30 points each time thereafter. So if your army, so I always get this wrong, is the army just the individual, like in 40k detachment or war scroll? So do you have several war scrolls? You can do that several times, so you can have like a million 9-pointers. I don't know, but surely they would all get 9. You'd have to get 9 points with each one of them, so it won't work, would it? With 6 cults to choose from, each of the with their own ability, command, trait, and artifact of power, you'll be able to add more variety to your Tzeentch armies than ever before. So if you like Tzeentch with your Tzeentch, you can have Tzeentch with your Tzeentch whilst all having Tzeentch inside of the Tzeentch. Yes, I went for that meme. You are welcome. Big War Scroll changes. The new Battle Tome also sees some War Scroll changes. The most significant of these is Horrors of Tzeentch in the past. most significant of these is to the horrors of tzeench. In the past, how these units split into blue horrors and brimstone horrors had been a little complex. Now it's much simpler. I've read the next bit, but I can probably tell you people are not going to like this. Every time a pink horror is slain, you add 2 blue horrors to the unit. Every time a blue horror is slain, you get a base of brimstone horrors. You don't have to have the models. Don't worry. You can choose to inflict mortal wounds instead. The cost of horrors has been upped to compensate for this, but thus the spell-slinging nesting dolls wreak more arcane havoc than ever before. So what they're saying here is you basically replace with 2, and then you replace a base of them, but don't have the models. Don't worry, you can just choose to inflict mortal wounds instead. So does that mean you can inflict mortal wounds to the enemy? Is that right? That's not explicitly written enough, I don't think. Anyway, Carrick acolytes, meanwhile, have been tweaked. Nice, tweaked beat. So that their Gestalt sorcery ability is now a spell, and the unit is a wizard. And when there is 9 or more models, good old number 9, any number of Carrick acolytes units can cast. Good gosh, so my speaking's not great, okay? And this is really testing me, I'd like to point out. Any number of Carrick acolytes units can cast Gestalt sorcery in the same hero phase, so as well as making your sorcerer's bolt attacks better at piercing armor, There's a casting value of 6. If successfully cast, pick 1 Carrick acolyte's holy within 9 inches of the caster until your next hero phase. Improve the rend characteristic. Go away, Spect. Nothing against Spect. Spect's a cool channel, check him out if you haven't. Where was I? By Sorcerer's Bolt by 1, the unit cannot benefit from the spell model once, so you can't quite use it to completely pimp them out, but it does make it better, which is good. This helps you generate more fate points and gives the Carrick acolytes a clear niche when compared to the other main battle line choice in the book, Zangors. This book debuts a new war scroll, Magister on Disc of Tzeentch. Magisters have long been excellent Tzeentch heroes, offering you powerful spellcaster for only a handful of points. Thanks to his Disc of Tzeentch, this Magister is perfect for keeping pace with the fast-moving units like Screamers of Tzeentch, or working as a disruption piece. Zoom up an enemy flank and bombard their key units with a Bolt of Change. While they're fighting a Chaos Spawn, your units will have free reign to cause mayhem across the rest of the table. Yep, so he's got bird legs, he's got 5 eyes. Don't know what's going on with his arm. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. I probably won't. I think it looks, the disc itself looks like one of them fish that's at the bottom of the sea, bottom of the seabed, not full on bottom because no one's been down there. But you'll know which one I'm on about. If you want to put that in the comments to help people, let me know. Bolt of Change. There's a casting value of 7. Successfully cast, pick 1 enemy unit within 18 inches that is visible to them. The unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. If any models were slain by the spell, before removing the first slain model, you can add 1 Tzeentch Chaos Spawn to your army and set it up within 3 inches of the slain model. So again, I'm not sure on the rules on this. Does that mean that you have to pay points for these Tzeentch Chaos Spawns? Because your enemy's going to know what you're up to if they see that in your list. Anyway, looks like it's the end. Get your Magister on Disc of Tzeentch in the Aether War this weekend and secure the rules we've previewed here with your battle done, Disciples of Tzeentch. If you're still hungry for forbidden knowledge, delve with the lore of Disciples Tzeentch with Nick Horth's City of Secrets. Oh my gosh, I think my speaking is getting 10 times worse. Maybe it's practice. Maybe I need to get better at reading, who knows. Yeah, so interesting, definitely interesting. I think it seems like there's like the whole meme, it's Tzeentch within Tzeentch within Tzeentch. There's extra layers, so you don't just have to play them one way. And I like the idea that you get rewarded for casting spells, because you was going to be doing that anyway, wasn't you? If you was picking Tzeentch, you wasn't picking them up for close combat, which you could have been, maybe. I mean, if you play into the lore, you're not going to be. I'm going to end the video here. yeah, pretty much. Tell me what you think of all the questions I've asked you during the video, and put them in the comments, and tell me what you think of the models within these, the rules, how you could possibly help one of our fellow brethren, and yeah, that's it. Thank you. Goodbye. Any minute now. There we go.